Good evening and welcome to the Houston Herald Live. We're live inside Hyatt Gymnasium for a much anticipated contest between the Lady Tigers of Houston and the Lady Tigers of Salem. Houston Lady Tigers enter the game 14-4 on the season, 3-0, in the SCA. Salem Lady Tigers come into this game 15-3 on the season, also 3-0 in the SCA. Somebody's going to take that number one spot here tonight. Salem Lady Tigers are ranked number 5 in the state in Class 4 basketball. Those 3 losses this season coming to West Plains. Lady Tigers knocked off Salem one game in the Kabul tournament for the championship, beating them 63-56. Salem's only other loss came in the Mountain Grove tournament, where they lost to Gainesville 57-44. That was that team's last loss. That came on December the 30th, 2015. Both these teams' last loss came back in December. Lady Tigers went undefeated. Both Lady Tigers went undefeated in the month of January. Here we are in a new month. One of these teams is going to take the fall tonight. Houston Lady Tigers' last loss coming to Willow Springs in that same tournament, just one game before Salem's loss to Gainesville. We're going to go down to the floor for the national anthem and a prayer. Also the starting lineups, and we'll be right back with you. You're watching the Houston Herald Live.
Please remain standing for tonight's student-led prayer. Tonight's prayer will be led by senior Ross Wells.
There you have both your lineups. Both teams 3-0 in the SCA. This game here might decide who comes out on top of the SCA this season. Willow Springs remaining games, they have, Salem remaining game. They have Willow Springs coming up. It's going to be another tough contest for them. Lady Tigers have already knocked off Willow Springs here inside of High Gymnasium. Their last home game. So Lady Tigers, if they can get by Salem tonight, they've got a pretty good road. They might go undefeated in the conference. These two teams have faced off against each other once or twice before, both teams winning one of those contests. Go ahead, Jim.
This should be a great ball game, and these are teams, they've got a little bit more height on us, but they're 5 good athletes on each ball club as far as starters.
Inside to Bailey Blue, outside Peyton Curley for 3. It's no good. Over the back, got the rebound. That was number 10, Shelby Carr. Salem keeps the possession. Back inside to Blue. Now outside Nash. Backside Blue. Blue's going to get fouled. This time it's going to be Abby Casper. Lady Tigers have had some trouble at times with foul trouble in the first quarter. Had 3 of them sitting out with 2 fouls over in that Mansfield tournament in the second round against Mansfield. When the Lady Tigers can stay out of foul trouble, they're pretty good. The Lady Tigers with 4 losses on the season. Salem with 3. Blue's second free throw's good. 1-0 lead for Salem. Houston back on their side. Abby Casper was just named the tournament MVP over at that Mansfield tournament. Jaden Ramsey from outside knocks it down. It's been a sore subject for the Lady Tigers from beyond the arc. They're either real good from out there or they're very cold in these tournaments, so they've been very cold. Peyton Curley, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Hatridge. Now outside. Back to Curley. She sets it back up. Lady Tigers in a 1-3-1 defense. All the way slashing to the hole. Peyton Curley lays it in. She's very dangerous when she's driving to the hole.
I think she had 21 points against us when we last played them.
Salem sets up in 2-3 defense. 3-3 all. Here 6:30 in the first quarter. Caitlin Root took a little hop with it. She walked. Going to be a Lady Tiger turnover.
I think the key to this game here is to stay out of foul trouble and watch turnovers. But we've got to rebound on them boards because they've got the height on us, and we've got to do that and block out.
When Houston knocked off Salem in that Kabul tournament, they had Salem in foul trouble early in that game, especially the big center for Salem, Bailey Blue, 6'3" center. Hatridge three-pointer, no good. Nash picks it up, walked with it. Coach Kell down the sideline hollering at the officials. Not happy. He's still letting them hear about it. She took about 3 steps, then threw that ball up just off the glass. It went in. It's a 5-3 lead for Salem. Abby Casper. Three-pointer was long. Down to the ground goes Nash and Caitlin Root. It's going to be a jump ball. Be Houston Tiger possession. 5-3 Salem lead. Right at 6 minutes. Inbounds goes to Kelly. Kelly looking inside. Now she drives. She got it stripped by Nash. Bailey Blue ends up with the ball. Passes it off to Peyton Curley. She brings it up the floor for Salem. Curley inside to Blue. Blue jumper no good. Caitlin Root with the rebound for Houston. Abby Casper pushing it up the sideline. She pulls it back. Now to the far side. Jaden Ramsey tries to drive, kicks it back out. Now inside to Kelly. Kelly turn around with the right hand. No good. Abby Casper fighting for the rebound. Going to have an over the back. It's going to go on Bailey Blue, I believe.
Love to see her get in trouble.
It is. It's the center, the 6'3" center. Really changes the game when she's out of there.
Yes.
She's a shot blocker, set a record, I believe, for Salem as a freshman last year with block shots. Also set a record for Salem for block shots in a game. She's quite a force. Peyton Curley now steals it away. Nash bringing it up for Salem. Nash back out top to Curley. Peyton
Third turnover real quick.
Peyton Curley, tall, lanky, point guard for Salem. She's over the top of Ramsey, knocks it out of bounds. Curley listed at 5'11" as a tall point guard, and boy, she can drive to the hole. Quick first step. That's her game. 5 minutes remain here in the first quarter. It's a 5-3 lead still for Salem. Lady Tigers go to up top, Casper. Now Ramsey on the wing. She drives baseline up over Blue, in and out. Blue with the rebound. Outside to Curley. Curley pressured. She's got 3 Lady Tigers back on her, but she pulls up. No good. Sarah Kelly. Sarah Kelly is going to push. She's only got Peyton Curley to deal with. Curley tries to block the shot, but Sarah Kelly goes coast to coast to tie up the game at 5 apiece. That was a backcourt violation. Coach Kell yelling at the officials over there. He's letting them have it. That was definitely a backcourt violation. He's shaking his head, telling Coach Kell no. Letting Kell have it, but Kell had all the right in the world. 2 missed calls by the same official. Coach Kell not happy. That was Carrie Hatridge coming across the line. She jumped up in the air, caught the basketball, and landed. She had never come across the half-court line. Coach Kell still up.
Second on Blue.
Bailey Blue, big story here. She picks up her second personal foul, and out quickly up off the bench. Her replacement, Brooke Adams, getting ready to come into the game. It's a packed house here inside Hyatt Gymnasium. Blue takes a seat. Also going to the bench, Shelby Carr in for them. Brooke Adams.
Kramer hit her first free throw.
And I believe that's Kara Powell. Yeah, Kara Powell, the other Salem Tiger that entered the game. Peyton Curley pushing the ball all the way, coast to coast, up off the glass. Good. Easy layup for Peyton Curley as she just slices her way through the defense of Houston. It's 9-7 lead, Salem. Caitlin Root, turnaround jumper, got it tied up. 9-all, 3:40 on the clock here in the first quarter. Peyton Curley brings it up, gives it off to Hatridge. Hatridge now back to Curley. Curley's going to take it. 3-pointer. It's good. Got to get a hand in her face. Jaden Ramsey was late getting out. It's a 12-9 lead for Salem. 3:23 on the clock inside. Sarah Kelly now down low. It's Caitlin Root. She's fouled on the shot. Root will go to the free throw line for 2.
Fouls on number 22, Carrie Becker.
Caitlin Root knocks down her first. She's got one more. It's 12-10. Salem on top. 3:18 left here in the first quarter. 3 team fouls for Salem, 1 for the Lady Tigers. Both teams with all timeouts remaining. It's a 1-point game as Caitlin Root steps up to the line and knocks down both free throws. Big story here in the first quarter. Bailey Blue already with 2 fouls halfway through this first quarter, and she remains over there on the bench. Two outside threats, Peyton Curley and Carrie Hatridge. Got to watch from the outside. Now Shelby Kramer, she's got her hand all over Curley. Curley to the hoop. Well long, it goes right in the hands of Jaden Ramsey. Jaden back off to Shelby Kramer. Now to Casper, beyond the arc. Casper, she's going to drive, gets to the glass, no good. Threw it hard up off the glass. Rebounded by Salem. Hatridge bringing it up the court. Hatridge passes it off to Adams. Adams taking a look. Man defense for the Lady Tigers. Now Peyton Curley up top. Curley. Into Carr. Back to Curley. Curley dribbles it off of her foot. It's going to be an unforced error.
Well, it looks like their game plan is to keep the ball in Curley's hand as much as possible since Blue's out of the ball game. And I look for her to start. You know, she's already got how many points?
7 on the night for Curley.
Yes. So she'll be jacking it up quite a bit as much as possible.
Abby Casper tries to dribble on the baseline. Ball goes down to the floor. She had to just dive on it as it went under the legs of number 24. That's Kara Powell for Salem. Ties it up, and it's going to be Salem basketball.
Fourth turnover early in the ball game for Houston.
Coach Kell talking to his ladies, knelt down on the sideline. 2 minutes remain here in the first quarter. It's 12-11. Hatridge on the near side, guarded by Ramsey. Now up top, looking for down low. Adams, easy bucket for her. Sarah Kelly lost her man. 14-11, Salem lead. Kramer brings it down, gives it up to Casper. Looking up top, Ramsey. Ramsey had to go get it. Now back to Casper. Man defense. 2-3 zone, I guess, for Salem. Jaden Ramsey, three-pointer outside, no good. Rebounded by Brooke Adams. Sarah Kelly trying to keep the basketball out of the hands of Peyton Curley. She does it as they have to give it up to Hatridge, but now they got to get back. Adams puts up shot, blocked by Sarah Kelly. Rebounded by Kara Powell. Got fouled on the shot. She'll be shooting two. Foul went on Alyssa Hayes. Hayes entered the game earlier for Caitlin Root. Second team foul for the Lady Tigers. First on Hayes. Kara Powell misses her first. Salem Lady Tigers leading 14-11. Second one's no good as well. Sarah Kelly with the rebound. Lady Tigers trying to push. Abby Casper looked like she walked with the ball. No call again. Jaden Ramsey pull-up jumper from the baseline. No good. Now it's going to be a one-on-one situation. Peyton Curley against Shelby Kramer. Curley off the glass. It's good. She's got 9 on the night. Peyton Curley having a big first quarter. Coach Kell hollering out his offense. 16-11. Salem lead. Ramsey's pass goes off the hands of Curley. Now back up top to Ramsey. Ramsey inside. Hey, tries to go down. Got 3 seconds in the lane. Alyssa Hayes never got out of the lane after passing that basketball off. God called for 3 seconds. 16-11, 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. Peyton Curley over to Hatridge. Hatridge looking inside. Carr calling out for the ball, now up top. Powell over to Hatridge. Hatridge guarded by Jaden Ramsey. 26 seconds on the clock. Looks like Salem's going to hold out for this last shot. 20 seconds on the clock. Now over to Kara Powell. Powell over to Adams. Near side, guarded by Casper. Casper wanting to take that basketball away. She's just eyeing it. Now Peyton Curley with the ball in her hands. 7 seconds on the clock. Coach Kell hollering at his girls. Peyton Curley going to try to get into the lane. Peyton Curley can't get the handle. Throws it up. No good as time expires. After 1 quarter of play, the Salem Lady Tigers on top, 16-11. You're watching the Houston Herald Live. We're going to go to a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with the second quarter.
Recently, we asked a group of teenagers to help us read our message the funniest way possible.
Hello?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Teenagers my age are killed every day in car accidents.
You have to say that funny? That's not funny.
Well, that's not funny.
That's not funny. Buckle up. It's no joke.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remember it. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
You remember that, too. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot.
We're back inside Hyatt Gymnasium for the second quarter of play. The Houston Lady Tigers face off against the Salem Lady Tigers, out of bounds off of Salem. Houston started off with the basketball. Shot by Alyssa Hayes was no good. Houston stays with it as it's out of bounds off of Salem. Inbound goes to Abby Casper. Now tip ball in the hands of Kramer. Kramer gets in the lane and she's fouled. Going on number 10 will be Shelby Carr. First personal foul, 14 foul for Salem. Kramer has 2. Lady Tigers were very good from the free throw line against Norwood in the championship game just this last Saturday night.
We hit 19 out of 22 for 86%. And Shelby, I think, was 5 out of 6 from the line for the night.
Kramer knocks down 2. It's a 3-point game. 16-13 your score. Just starting the second quarter of play. Lady Tigers start this quarter with Sarah Kelly and Caitlin Root over there on the bench. Also for Salem, Bailey Blue over on the bench. Peyton Curley guarded by Kramer. Salem setting it up. They go to Adams. Now up top, Powell. Over to Hatridge, back up top to Curley. Going to set it back up. Curley over to Hatridge, going to hand it off. It's going to be a loose ball. Abby Casper, great job there. She gets onto the ground, ties it up with Curley. Into the game for the Lady Tigers, Emily Shea. She's going to replace Jaden Ramsey. Coach Kell with only 2 starters out there on the floor, Abby Casper and Shelby Kramer. 3-point game. Hatridge fires a 3. It's no good. When she gets hot, she can knock them down. It's going to be out of bounds off of Houston. Salem basketball as Abby Casper caught that ball and came down out of bounds.
I thought she had a little assist, but I didn't have the best angle.
Coach Kell talking to the official, asking if there was a little push there. Hatridge in the quarter. Now back up top. Nash up to Curley. Curley tucks the ball underneath her elbow. Just wasting time. Calling out her play. Peyton Curley guarded by Kramer. Now over to Nash. Nash looking inside. Lady Tigers doing a good job in this man defense. Salem really moving. A lot of bodies out there. Curley sets up for 3. Peyton Curley, 3-pointer in and out. Michaela Cook with the rebound for the Lady Tigers. It's still 16-13. Shelby Kramer brings it up for Houston. Peyton Curley knocks it away. She's got a steal. Now all the way to the other end and up and good. Peyton Curley all the way to the basket. She's got 11 points on the night. Sarah Kelly up off the bench for Coach Kell. She's got her little break. She needs to be back in this basketball game. Not much out of Sarah Kelly early in the first quarter. 18-13. Hayes calling for it. Hayes turnaround jumper. Got it. Alyssa Hayes gets them back within 3. 18-15. Hayes' first 2 points of the night. Curley walks the basketball up the floor. Waiting her Shelby Kramer. Now over to Nash. Guarded by Emily Shea. Nash, Shea got all over. Abby Casper now with Hatridge. Back up top. Curley to Adams. Back out to Curley. Little ball fake, gets all the way to the hoop. Easy for Peyton Curley. They're going to have to stop her. Coach Kell upset with his ladies, letting Peyton Curley slash to the hole so many times. Peyton Curley, 13 points on the night. She's got 13 of the 20 for Salem. It's a 20-15 lead, 5:26 left here in the second quarter.
Landmark Bank is open right now. 7 days a week from 7 to 7. A Landmark Bank teller is available to greet you with a smile.
Hi, welcome to Landmark Bank. My name's Paige. How can I help you today?
Answer your questions.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to help you with that.
And perform transactions at any of our 7-day enhanced drive-thrus and on your telephone. Isn't it time you became a Landmark?
Landmark Bank, here for you.
Back inside Hyatt Gymnasium, it's Houston basketball, 5:25 on the clock. Lady Tigers trail by 5, 20-15. Michaela Cook steps up, three-pointer, good! Michaela Cook knocks down her second three-pointer of the game. Both of them coming in huge games as she knocked down a three-pointer against Willow Springs. Really gave the Tigers a little boost. She gets the Lady Tigers back within 2. 20-18. Emily Shea now steals the ball away. Bailey Blue reaches in. She picks up her third foul. Yeah. Bailey Blue quickly up off the bench. Brooke Adams going to be replacing the 6'3" center. Wasn't thinking, reached in and fouled Emily Shea after she stole that ball away.
Well, you got to be smarter.
Salem's coach never got up off the bench. He just gave her a look as she came over to the bench.
Well, you know, she gets back in the ball game with 2 fouls early in the second quarter. You got to play smart basketball and not pick up that third one.
Lady Tigers trying to be careful with this ball. Really sloppy with the basketball right now. Sarah Kelly saves it, knocks it back out to her point guard. Jaden Ramsey going to get it stolen away from Peyton Curley, but got the foul. Used her free arm as she grabbed the basketball with another one, pushed off on Jaden Ramsey. Got rewarded with the foul call.
Salem's going to call timeout, 30-second.
Coach Reardon not liking what he's seeing from his ladies. He wants a timeout, 30-second timeout. It's 20-18.
Well, early on, you know, 2 things that I see in the ball game is our turnovers. We've had 6 turnovers compared to their 2. And then number 2, we've got to stop Peyton Curley. She's just being too aggressive on her driving and scoring.
Lady Tigers on a pretty good win streak. They have not lost since the third-place game over in the Mountain Grove tournament to Willow Springs. They lost that game 44-41. Followed up by wins at Kabul, against Ava, against Willow Springs, and 3 in a row over the Mansfield tournament against Grove, Marsh, Mansfield, and Norwood. It was a statement win against Norwood. 2-loss team. It was a big win for the Lady Tigers, pulling away with that championship. Abby Casper slashes to the lane, throws it up off the glass, no good. Fighting for it, and we're going to have a travel call to Salem Lady Tigers, fighting over the basketball, walking around a little bit, and they're going to get it traveling. It's Houston basketball. Michaela Cook kind of helped call that play. Kelly gets the inbound. She goes up off the glass. She's going to get fouled on the floor.
All right, Peyton Curley with her second.
17 foul sends Sarah Kelly to the free throw line. 2 team fouls on the Lady Tigers. Kelly 1-1. First one's up and good. 1-point basketball game, 20-19. Lady Tigers pushing their way back into the game. They trailed 16-11 after the first quarter of play.
The Lady Tigers are 7 from 7 for the free throw line so far tonight.
Now outscoring Salem 9-3 here in the second quarter. It's all tied up, 20-all. Peyton Curley with the basketball. Lady Tigers set up in a 1-3-1. Hadridge down to Adams. Adams tries to go baseline. She kicks it back out. In the hands of Carr, now up to Curley. Hadridge back over to Curley. Kayla Cook stepped up. Hadridge steps up for the three-pointer. No good. It's going to be tipped back out. It's a fight for the ball. Hadridge gets it. Peyton Curley, three-pointer off the back iron. Michaela Cook just kept on clearing out and never went after the basketball till too late. Nash came up with it. Michaela Cook, way too late, comes over and fouls. Third team foul for the Lady Tigers. First personal on Cook. 20-all, under 4 minutes to play. Hadridge over to Adams. Hadridge pulls out. Curley, three-pointer, good. Peyton Curley gives the Salem Lady Tigers back the lead with her 16th point of the night. Now Peyton Curley steals it away. Abby Casper, she's in pursuit. Curley off the glass. Coach Kell wants a timeout. Peyton Curley with 5 quick points. She's got 18 of Salem's 25. What a game Peyton Curley is having here inside Hyatt Gymnasium. 30-second timeout for Coach Kell. We're going to go to a quick 30-second timeout for word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. You're watching the Houston Herald Live.
Stop by Corner Express after or during the game. We have clean restrooms, hunting and fishing license, and a full line of drinks. We're located at the corner of US 63 and Highway 17 in Houston. Need propane? Contact Reese Propane in Houston. We have a new name, but the same great service that has defined our organization for years. Call 417-967-4143.
Back inside Hyatt Gymnasium, Lady Tiger basketball after Peyton Curley knocks down a 3, comes down the other end, steals the ball away, and gets a layup on the other end. She's got 18 points on the night. She gave Salem Lady Tigers a 5-point lead. 2-3 zone, Michaela Cook, three-pointer, no good. Caitlin Roop tipped it over the back. Coach Reardon wanting an over-the-back call on Caitlin Root. Lady Tigers couldn't convert on the second opportunity. Peyton Curley back with the basketball, looking at Houston's 1-3-1. Salem spreading it out 4 corners. They go down low to Adams. Adams off the glass, no good. Michaela Cook pulls down the rebound. Abby Casper brings it up. Jaden Ramsey on the arc. Sarah Kelly at the corner. She gets into the paint, puts it up. Sarah Kelly. She's got her 6th point of the night. It's a 3-point game once again. 25-22. 2.5 minutes on the clock. Hadridge with the ball. Her and Curley switch sides. Nash now drives, kicks it out to Curley. Curley jumper, no good. Abby Casper with the rebound. She throws it away. May got tipped by Nash. Coach Kell felt like Casper was fouled when she tried to throw that basketball away. Hadridge with the ball. Far side. Now Curley near side. 1-3-1 for Houston. Sarah Kelly steals it. Sarah Kelly. She's going. She got just her and Peyton Curley. Sarah Kelly all the way to the glass. And good. No one wanted to step up in front of Sarah Kelly. She's done that twice. Every time she gets the basketball in the hands, Salem just falls back. 25-24. It's a 1-point game. Houston trails. Hadridge. Over to Curley. Now back to Hadridge. Hadridge steps up into it. 3-pointer. Good. Nothing but net. Beautiful shot from Carrie Hadridge, giving Salem a 4-point lead, 28-24. Abby Casper on the top, over to Cook. Cook inside to Kelly. Kelly goes baseline, keeps on dribbling, right back into the lane, off the glass and good. Sarah Kelly, 10 points on the night for her. 28-26. 1 minute remains here in the first half. Lady Tigers need a stop as the crowd starts to chant defense. 55 seconds on the clock. Hadridge. Now back to Curley. Over to Hadridge. Down low to Adams. Adams on the baseline. Abby Casper steals it away. 44 seconds. Casper up to Ramsey. Ramsey thought about getting inside to Root. Now she back out top. Casper pulls up for a jumper. She gets fouled. It's going to be on, I believe, Brooke Adams. Shooting 2, Abby Casper. It'll be on number 1. That's Adams. Brooke Adams, first personal foul. 18th foul. Casper knocks down the first. Back to a 1-point game. 28-27. 36.1 seconds on the clock. Peyton Curley going to the bench. Also going to the bench for Salem is Nash. Into the game for the Lady Tigers, Shelby Kramer replaces Michaela Cook.
10 for 10 from the free throw line tonight for the Lady Tigers.
Abby Casper knocking down both free throws. Gives it 28-28 tie with just 30 seconds on the clock. Abby Casper knocks it away from Hadridge. She gets her ball back. Carr with the basketball, looking at Sarah Kelly. 20 seconds on the clock. Over to Hatridge. Hatridge guarded by Casper. Casper trying to take the ball away again. Casper averaging almost 4 steals a game. 9 seconds on the clock. Brooke Adams has got it. She's guarded by Ramsey. Adams on the drive. She's looking for some help. Kicks it out. Shots up. No good. Jaden Ramsey rebound. And the first half is going to end in a 28-28 tie. Lady Tigers outscore Salem by 5 in the second quarter to get the game back all tied up. Big storyline. Bailey Blue, the 6'3" center for Salem, has 3 fouls as they enter halftime. We're going to go to a word from all of our sponsors. We appreciate our sponsors making these broadcasts possible here on the Houston Herald Live.
Stop by Corner Express after or during the game. We have clean restrooms, hunting and fishing license, and a full line of drinks. We're located at the corner of US 63 and Highway 17 in Houston.
Need propane? Contact Reese Propane in Houston. We have a new name, but the same great service that has defined our organization for years. Call 417-967-4143.
Why do we write so many seatbelt tickets? Because this can be the difference between life and death.
I'm a landmark.
I'm a landmark.
For every I'm a landmark you hear,
I'm a landmark.
I'm a landmark.
there are 1,000 more you don't. They are your friends, your neighbors, your community. Because we have been making landmarks in Texoma for years.
I'm a landmark.
Come on by.
Here for you, Landmark Bank. Here for you.
Is it the insightful strategies and analytical capabilities that make Edward Jones one of the biggest financial services firms in the country? Or is it 13,000 financial advisors who take the time to say thank you?
Night, Jim. Gonna be a while?
I am, Liz. Got a little writing to do.
It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
Recently, we asked a group of teenagers to help us read our message the funniest way possible.
Hello?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Teenagers my age are killed every day in car accidents.
I have to say that funny? That's not funny.
Well, that's not funny.
That's not funny.
Buckle up.
It's no joke.
Back inside Hyatt Gymnasium here at halftime. The Lady Tigers going to halftime, all tied up 28-all with the number 5 team in Class 4, the Salem Lady Tigers. Salem Lady Tigers 15-3 on the season. Houston Lady Tigers 14-4. Both teams 3-0 in the SCA, trying to take the reins at the top spot in the conference.
You know something, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Nothing like sitting in front of a camera and not knowing it and putting popcorn in your mouth, and you look at the screen here, and there I am eating popcorn.
Houston Lady Tigers, as we pull up a schedule for their remaining SCA games, Houston Lady Tigers have Mountain Grove, last team in the SCA, also Thayer, and a scary Liberty team. Liberty's been playing much better here of late. Played Salem a 6-point game, and also been playing some other teams pretty tough, coming up with some big wins for the Liberty Eagles. So it's a scary game down there. Scary game down there at the end of the schedule on the conference. Salem with their remaining conference games. They're over at Kabul. They've got a big one with Willow Springs on February 15th, coming up here in 2 weeks. Salem and Willow Springs. That'll be a good game. And then also Salem has to finish off the SCA with Thayer. So there's the 2 teams' remaining schedules. Houston probably with a little bit edge on the easier schedule. If they can get through, Houston Lady Tigers have a pretty good road to walk for the rest of the SCA. It would really be all on their shoulders. It would be their conference championship to lose. Salem, kind of the same way, but they've got a big bump in the road there in that middle game. Willow Springs is a tough team, very capable of knocking off the Salem Lady Tigers. So both teams with a great opportunity to win the conference and even possibly go undefeated in the conference. Just who's going to come out on top tonight. After 16 minutes of play, it's all tied up. The storyline for Salem, Peyton Curley with 18 of the 28 points for Salem. And where would Salem be without her, Jim? Also, the 6'3" center, Bailey Blue, hasn't been much of a factor here inside Hyatt Gymnasium as she's taken a seat on the bench. That's where she's ended up most of the night.
Well, real quick, let's look at stats real quick on scoring and so forth. As Coach Munson said, Peyton Curley, their point guard, 5'11" junior, has 18 points. She had 2 3-pointers and also 6 2-pointers for her 18 points. Also scoring for them was Brooke Adams, number 1, with 2 points on a 2-point basket. Kaylee Nash, a 5'7" junior, had a 2-point basket in the first quarter for 2 points. Carrie Hattridge, number 22, a 5'9" junior, had a 3-pointer in the second quarter for 3 points. And to finish the scoring for them was Bailey Blue, the 6'3" sophomore post player, had 3 points in the first quarter and then got in foul trouble and sat on the bench and only has 3 points. As a team, Salem has 28 points at the half, had 5 turnovers, had 11 rebounds, of which 5 of them were offensive rebounds. And like Coach said, that we have 1 player for them in foul trouble. That's Bailey Blue. She has 3, but Peyton Curley has 2. Now let's look at the Houston Lady Tigers. They were led in scoring in the first half by Sarah Kelly, who had a strong second quarter with 8 points. She had 3 2-pointers and 2 for 2 from the free throw line and another 2-point basket in the first quarter for her 10 points. Also scoring for the Tigers was Caitlin Ruth, the 5'7" sophomore, with 4 points on a 2-point basket and 2 for 2 from the free throw line in the first quarter. Shelby Kramer, our point guard, 5'7" senior, had 4 points. She had 2 for 2 from the free throw line in the first quarter, 2 for 2 in the second quarter for 4 out of 4 for her 4 points. Abby Casper, 5'4" junior, had 2 free throws, went 2 for 2 in the second quarter for 2 points. Michaela Cook hit a 3-pointer from the left corner for her 3 points, hit that in the second quarter. Also scoring, Jaden Ramsey, a 5'6" junior, had 3 points on a 3-pointer there in the first quarter. And to finish the scoring in the first half of the Houston Lady Tigers was Alyssa Hayes, who had a 2-point basket in the second quarter for 2 points. As a team, very impressive. Houston was 10 for 10 from the free throw line. And coming into the last game against Norwood in the championship game at Mansfield, we were only shooting 61%. And the girls have been putting more effort in the gym, and they went 19 for 22 in that championship game to help seal the victory. And tonight they're 10 for 10, so I think their extra free throw shooting in the gym, Coach, is paying off. We had 8 turnovers and 14 rebounds in the first half, so I'll turn it back over to Coach Munson.
Yeah, most definitely free throw shooting, keeping the Lady Tigers into the game. 28-28 all. We're 1 minute away from starting this second half. Both teams trying to take their top spot in the SCA. Houston Lady Tigers with a 6-0 run here in the last 6 games. They've got a big win streak on the line. Houston's last 6 wins coming against Kabul, Ava, Willow Springs, Mountain Grove, Mansfield, and Norwood. Houston basketball to start off this second half. Jaden Ramsey over to Sarah Kelly looking inside. 2-3 zone by Salem. Jaden Ramsey thought about the 3. Got baseline, puts it up. No good. Sarah Kelly offensive board, throws it up. Caitlin Root tips it out to Abby Casper. Abby Casper brings it back out top. Houston going to set it back up. Ramsey inside to Kelly. Kelly over to Casper. Casper baseline, looking for some help. Caitlin Root. Lady Tigers didn't get on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball as Nash, only player, goes after the ball, gets on the floor. Then Houston ties it up with her.
Well, we put a pass down there at the feet, and that's an awfully hard pass to come up with sometimes.
Lady Tigers turn the basketball over on the possession arrow. Nash outside, looking inside for Blue. Blue, nice catch. Turn around, had to catch that over her shoulder. Thought it was just going to be thrown away. Bailey Blue turns around, gets her 5th point of the night. Bailey Blue playing with 3 fouls here for Salem. Abby Casper. Peyton Curley trying to kick that ball away. Caitlin Root back outside to Casper. Casper over to Ramsey, inside to Root. Root puts it on the ground, gets it tipped away from behind. Sarah Kelly touched that basketball last. Couple tips there by Salem, and Houston can't hold on to the basketball. Both these teams' last loss came on the same night. Houston just a little bit earlier in the night than Salem, as Abby Casper comes flying in and rips the ball out of the hands of Bailey Blue, gets called for the foul. Bailey Blue to go free throw line for 2. Houston in the 3rd place game of the Mountain Grove tournament lost to Willow Springs. And then Salem turned around and played Gainesville for the championship, losing that game. That was the last time either one of these teams lost. Blue, no good on either one of her free throws. Caitlin Root pulls down the rebound. Shelby Kramer brings it up for the Lady Tigers. 6:25 on the clock. Ramsey outside, inside. Peyton Curley got her hand on it. Salem really slap happy. Sarah Kelly, a little running floater, got it to go. Sarah Kelly has got 12 points on the night. 30 all. This game just keeps on going back and forth. Lady Tigers tying it up, then Salem taking the lead. Curley way outside. It's going to be an air ball in the hands of Shelby Carr. Carr turned around to dribble, stepped out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover, Houston basketball. Lady Tigers going to have an opportunity to take the lead. They haven't led in a long time since early in the first quarter. 30-30. Salem 2-3 zone. Put a lot of pressure on the basketball up top. Peyton Curley and Nash. Casper, 3-pointer, good! Abby Casper knocks it down. 3-point lead for the Lady Tigers, 33-30. Curley over to Hatridge. Hatridge steps up, kicks it over to Curley. Curley way outside the arc, can't take the shot. Now Hatridge picks up the floater. She fires it, 3-pointer, no good. Over the back, Nash. Jaden Ramsey had position on the inside. Nash goes over the top. She's going to pick up her first personal foul, first team foul for Salem. Lady Tigers with the lead, 33-30. 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Houston basketball. Jaden Ramsey from way outside, 3-pointer, good! Jaden Ramsey knocks it down, 36-30. Houston's biggest lead of the night.
Her second 3-pointer of the ball game for 6 points.
Nash now on the other end. Air ball. Kramer throws it off of number 10. Oh!
Wow.
There we go. Called it out of bounds off of Houston for a second. Shelby Kramer just floated there in the air for a minute, held the ball, threw it off of number 10, Shelby Carr, and went out of bounds. Referee got mixed up on his directions. He's calling it Salem basketball, but then quickly reversed it. Casper passes up on the 3-pointer, goes back up top to Ramsey. Now over to Kramer, quickly inside. Outside Casper, goes baseline. Now Ramsey up top. She gets by Peyton Curley. Ramsey, floater, no good. Hatridge picks up the rebound for Salem. Lady Tigers with a 6-point lead, 36-30. Houston's biggest lead of the night. 1-3-1 for the Houston Lady Tigers. Blue inside. She's a powerhouse down there. Spinning, twirling, threw it up off the glass. It's back to a 4-point game. Blue's got 7. Ramsey inside to Root. Root, short jumper, in and out. Rebounded by Kara Powell. Peyton Curley going to push for Salem. Curley in the paint. Now outside. Brooke Adams, three-pointer, good. Salem back within 1. 36-35 after that three-pointer on the near side from Brooke Adams. Inside to Root. Root, turnaround jumper, got it. 3-point lead for the Lady Tigers, 38-35. One team foul for both teams. 3 timeouts remain for the Lady Tigers, 4 for Salem. Inside once again, Blue. Blue turns around. We're going to have an offensive foul. Salem's coach and the fans go nuts.
Big call.
Sarah Kelly just backed up off the ball. When Blue caught it, she spun around and knocked her on down to the ground.
A good play by Sarah Kelly to set her up for that.
Sarah Kelly had been putting pressure up on Blue, and she's just been spinning right around her. So this time when Blue caught the ball, Sarah just took a step over and back. Blue spun around and just ran right over the top of Kelly. 38-35, Houston lead. Blue, 4 fouls, takes a seat on the bench. Root, outside to inside Kelly. Kelly spins. Glass, no good. Kelly with the offensive board and gets fouled.
Kelly's 3rd offensive rebound for the game.
Momentum is really switching in the favor of Houston. They need to put together a little run here.
3rd foul on Curley.
Big one there, Peyton Curley picking up her 3rd. She has not scored here in the second half. She's stuck on 18. All those came in the first half of play.
First missed free throw for the night for the Tigers, 10 out of 11.
Sarah, second free throw is good. Kelly's got 13. Gives the Lady Tigers a 39-35 lead. 3 minutes remain.
Curley's got to play a little smart. She definitely don't want to pick up another foul here in the 3rd quarter.
Curley outside, guarded by Abby Casper. Casper going to pick up a foul on a reach in.
I believe that's going to be her 3rd.
Abby Casper picks up foul number 3. It's a second team foul for Houston. 3 team fouls for Salem. Basketball's on the ground. Jaden Ramsey comes up with it. Houston basketball ahead by 5. Now they throw it away. Trying to hit Abby Casper in the corner. Just a little too tall for the 5'4" guard of Houston.
Houston's 10th turnover for the night.
Lost a little momentum on that play. Hatridge now on the near side. She throws up a 3-pointer. It's good. Back to a 1-point basketball game. What a big turn of events right there. Houston threw the basketball away. Hatridge on the other end lights it up. Hatridge's 6th point of the night.
She's got 2 3-pointers so far.
Casper looking around at this 2-3 zone. She dumps it down to Caitlin Root. Caitlin, jumper from in the paint. It's an air ball. And not sure what the foul call is.
Calling it on Caitlin Root, and I'm not sure about that. Be her first. Team 3rd.
A lot of questionable calls. The referees really blowing those whistles tonight, and coach is not happy really either way. It's been some tough calls for these officials. Yes. 39-38, not your normal, just pretty clear cut and dry fouls. Peyton Curley with the basketball up top to Adams. 1-point lead for Houston. 1:43 left here in the 3rd quarter. Curley going to walk it back out, setting it up. Salem switching it up. Curley going to try to get into the lane. She steps back, 3-pointer, no good. Rims out, Hatridge back to Curley, another 3-pointer. Curley, air ball. Going to be Houston basketball. Is that air ball from Peyton Curley. Goes out of bounds. 1:25 left here in the third quarter. Shelby Kramer brings it up. Casper on the near side finds Kelly in the short corner. Kelly trying to go baseline, kicks it out. Casper. Shelby Kramer on the far side. Now down Sarah Kelly. Up the glass and one.
Yes.
41-38. Houston with a 3-point lead. Sarah Kelly, her 15th point, steps up to the free throw line. 4-1. Second personal foul on number 10, Shelby Carr. Sarah Kelly's free throw. Up and good. Lady Tigers 42, Salem 38. Peyton Curley sets it up for Salem. Over to Adams. Adams taking a look around. Hatridge. Hatridge back outside to Adams. Adams three-pointer, no good. Caitlin Root going to run down the rebound. Over Kramer. Kramer brings it up for Houston. Kramer never got stopped. Now she kicks it out to Root. Root, little hesitation fake, puts it up. Good. Caitlin Root. She's having a big game for the Lady Tigers. Her 8-point of 44-38 lead. Matches Houston's biggest lead of the night. 30 seconds on the clock for Salem. Carr over to Curley. Curley spins, throws it up. It's going to be another air ball. Curley forced that one up. The crowd letting her have it. Sarah Kelly now, a little hesitation, kicks it out to Root. Root thought about it, goes baseline, needs to kick it back out. 10 seconds on the clock. Peyton Curley steals it away. Houston needs to stop her. Lady Tigers make her pull up from the free throw line. Abby Casper over the back of Peyton Curley. Still no foul called. Still no foul called.
Wow.
Both coaches out on the floor with their hands up going, what in the world? And I have to agree. Over the back on Peyton Curley, which first should have been called. If that foul's not going to take place, then Peyton Curley got tripped bad, goes to the floor and throws up a shot as she's falling down to the ground. Horrible officiating to end the third quarter. We'll leave it at that. We're going to word from our sponsors.
Stop by Corner Express after or during the game. We have clean restrooms, hunting and fishing license, and a full line of drinks. We're located at the corner of US 63 and Highway 17 in Houston.
Need propane? Contact Reese Propane in Houston. We have a new name, but the same great service that has defined our organization for years. Call 417-967-4143.
Back inside Hyatt Gymnasium, Lady Tigers, after 3 quarters of play, have a 44-38 lead over the Salem Lady Tigers. Eight minutes away from a number 1 spot in the SCA and knocking off the number 5 team in Class 4. Caitlin Root picks up a traveling call. She had Sarah Kelly down low all by herself. She couldn't find her.
It's our 12th turnover for the night.
Peyton Curley brings it up for Houston, or for Salem. Blue turns around, gets fouled by Sarah Kelly. They're going to go inside the Blue as much as they can. Bailey Blue with 4 fouls. Peyton Curley sitting with 3, ought to have 4 after that last play. Peyton Curley didn't score in the third quarter. She still sits at 18 points.
She's 2 out of 5 from the free throw line tonight.
Bailey Blue knocking down that free throw. And knocks them both down. Bailey Blue looking for her on the scoreboard. She's not up there. I think that was her 7th point of the night.
Her 9th.
9th. Okay, I missed a basket. Abby Casper takes a seat. End of the game for her. Lissa Hayes. Houston going with 3 bigs. Caitlin Root steps outside. Now inside to Hayes. She gets it stripped away. Peyton Curley, they lob it over the top to her. Curley off the glass. Don't let her get heated up. She can be the difference maker. 20 points on the night for Peyton Curley. It's a 2-point game. Caitlin Root gets it knocked away. Lady Tigers need to be strong with the basketball. Hayes spins, gets it up to Root. They throw it away again. Coach Kell going with a bunch of younger players. Quickly back up off the bench. Coach Kell is going to get number 22, Michaela Cook, senior, back into the game. Sends Hayes right back to the bench. Two-point lead for Houston. Hatridge inside to Blue. Blue turns around and one. Lady Tigers need to front her, not allow that in. One on the back, one out front. They just threw a baseball pass inside there to Bailey Blue, and she had her way. When she's that far down into the paint, Lady Tigers don't have a chance. Bailey Blue knocks down the free throw, gives Salem the lead. 45-44. Houston out to a slow start. Michaela Cook looking down low for Sarah Kelly. Sarah Kelly against Bailey Blue. Can't get it to go. Caitlin Root tips it out. Michaela Cook grabs it. Jaden Ramsey now inside to Root. Over to Kelly. Kelly, hesitation. We're going to have a pushing foul. This one's going on number 24. I believe that's Kara Powell. That'll be her first personal. 5 team fouls for both teams. Houston with 3 timeouts remaining. Salem with 4. 6:44 on the clock. It's a 1-point Salem lead. Inside to Root. She turns around. Jumper no good. Bailey Blue steals, gets it. Sarah Kelly stole it away and put it in. Coach Kell wanting a foul as well, asking for the one and one. Coach Kell about as fired up as you'll ever see him. 46-45. Now on the other end, Coach Kell going nuts. Bailey Blue caught the basketball. Lady Tigers get a foul called. These officials are getting it from every angle. The fans letting them have it from Salem. The fans from Houston letting them have it. Both coaches up hollering at the officials. And they just smile it off. Bailey Blue knocks down a free throw to get it back to 46-46. 6:24 on the clock. 16 foul on Houston. 5-4 Salem. Houston throws the basketball away. Peyton Curley all the way off the glass and good. Peyton Curley gives Salem the lead. 48-46. Houston wants a timeout. Coach Kell in the face of the officials, pointing right in their face. Not happy. 6:09 on the clock. We got a full timeout. We're going to go to a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with some exciting action. Houston Lady Tigers against the Salem Lady Tigers.
Stop by Corner Express after or during the game. We have clean restrooms, hunting and fishing license, and a full line of drinks. We're located at the corner of US 63 and Highway 17 in Houston.
Need propane? Contact Reese Propane in Houston. We have a new name, but the same great service that has defined our organization for years. Call 417-967-4143.
Why do we write so many seatbelt tickets?
As we start back here in the fourth quarter, it's Houston basketball. Salem lead. Salem on top, 48-46. Michaela Cook, near side, up top to Ramsey. Ramsey, three-pointer, no good. Michaela Cook pulls down the offensive board. Ramsey back over to Cook. Cook, skip pass, Shelby Kramer from the elbow. No, can't get it to go. Sarah Kelly fouled on the floor. Nash is going to pick up a foul. Well, we got something buzzing. We apologize.
Yes, we do. That's their sixth, Nash's second, and team sixth. Both teams have 6 fouls for the second half. Next one, both teams would be in the 1-and-1.
Coach from Salem wanted to talk to the officials. Caitlin Root takes inbounds, no good. Peyton Curley pulls down the rebound. She goes out on the floor, pulls up jumper, good. Peyton Curley, 24 points on the night, gives Salem a 4-point lead. 5:33 on the clock. Kramer gets around her, Michaela Cook, three-pointer, no good. Cook pulls down her own board, gives it off to Sarah Kelly. Kelly turns around, throws it up off the glass, no good. Bailey Blue and Caitlin Root pull down the rebound. We're going to have the officials talk it over.
Making the Salem fans happy, and I don't blame them.
These officials are hearing it. Both crowds up cheering Houston for the call. Salem mad at the officials. Bailey Blue is who the foul goes on. That is her 5th, and she was having her way with Houston in the paint here in this 4th quarter. She's going to exit the game with 12 points on the night. Bailey Blue. Tough way to go out there for the sophomore. Hate to see any player go out on a controversial call. She'll have to watch the rest of this game from the bench. She had a big night for Salem, 12 points before she fouls out. 1-and-one's no good. Peyton Curley pulls down the rebound. It's still 50-46 Salem. 5:21 on the clock. The clock still has not started. Still hasn't started. Now it does. Peyton Curley dribbling the ball around the top of the key. We're going to have to step out and put pressure on her. Nash. Out to Powell. Curley on the near side. Curley guarded by Kramer. Over to Nash. Hatridge now outside. Salem's wanting to waste a little time. 4:50 on the clock. They know that things are starting to go Houston's way, and they want to shorten this game up as much as possible. Coach from Salem has to take a timeout. Reardon going to talk it over with the Tigers. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here inside Hyatt Gymnasium. Both teams with big winning streaks on the line. More importantly, on the lines, 3-0 start to the season for both of these Tiger teams. Houston looking to improve to 4-0 in the SCA, knocking off Salem for the 2nd time this season, beating a state-ranked Class 4 team, having back-to-back statement wins. Well, what a big turning point in the season that could be for these Lady Tigers of Houston.
Yes. Well, we got to protect the ball a little bit better, and we got to rebound a little bit better.
Lady Tigers going to have to find a way to put some points back up the board. It's kind of gone to a little bit of a stalemate here in the last minute or two. Lady Tigers trailing 50-46 against Salem. Salem has 7 fouls. Houston with 6. So both teams are going to be in the 1-and-1 and any foul call. 3 timeouts remain for Salem, 2 for the Lady Tigers. Houston, Abby Casper is in foul trouble. She's got 4 personal. Hatridge over to Nash. Nash, heavy guard on the baseline. Now Peyton Curley. Curley getting around Kelly. She's going to get fouled. It's going to be a 1-and-1 situation for Peyton Curley. Shelby Kramer going to pick up the foul. Kramer's 2nd personal foul. Team 7th. Curley knocks down the first free throw. It's 51-46, 4:27 on the clock. Second one coming up. 26 points for the junior.
She's about as good of a ball player as we see when we play. She's just solid all the way around.
Definitely a difference maker. Sarah Kelly. Now out top, working around the perimeter. Back over to Kramer, looking inside. Salem trying to pack it in. Kelly now gets the basketball into the lane, turns around, jumper no good. Nash with the rebound. Abby Casper thought about going after it. No, she's got 4 fouls. She's got to get back. Peyton Curley back with the basketball. Under 4 minutes to play. Salem with a 6-point lead. 52-46. Hatridge now. Salem very content. Going to take as much time as they can. Salem coach calling a timeout. Another 30-second timeout for Coach Reardon and the Salem Tigers.
Houston and Salem both have 2 timeouts apiece left.
Look at the upcoming schedule for the Houston Lady Tigers. As we're live here inside Hyatt Gymnasium against Salem. Next game will be February 4th at Mountain Grove, and then they'll be back here inside Hyatt Gymnasium next Monday against Hartville. Turn back around Plato Day on Thursday. And then we finish up the season. They're on the road, 3 games. So the Lady Tigers, 1 home game remaining. That game February 8th against Hartville. Fans up cheering for their Houston Tigers, who but find themselves trailing 52-46 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this basketball game. Coach Kell up off the bench, checking it out. Peyton Curley steps up, dishes it off to Hatridge. Hatridge looking somewhere to go with it, finds Nash. Nash looking down low. Jaden Ramsey steps up, knocks it out of bounds. Coach Reardon telling his girls, be smart with the basketball. Salem just really trying to work this clock, shorten up the game. They've got a 6-point lead. They don't want a fast-paced game right now. Hatridge, turnaround jumper, no good. Abby Casper with the rebound. Casper pushing it for Houston. 3:20 on the clock. Casper thought about it, kept her foot. Sarah Kelly inside to Root. Root turns around, gets blocked, and it's Hatridge with the basketball. Caitlin Root taking a lot of shots here in this second half of play. She's got 8 points on the night. Rather see Sarah Kelly step inside there. She's got 18, the senior. Nash with the basketball, down low to Adams. They try to go over the top. Houston had an opportunity to get that basketball, didn't go after it. Caitlin Root just watched it go right by her. Root now on top. Top of this 1-3-1 pressure. Lob pass over to Hatridge. Hatridge gets rid of it to Curley. 2:30 on the clock. Houston going to have to start doing something. They're going to have to either put Salem on the line and really extend the game out, or they're going to have to get a lot more pressure on these girls. 2:22 on the clock. Coach Kell up there hollering off the bench. He said, let's go. Shelby Kramer steps out, fouls Hatridge. Hatridge will go to the free throw line. She's got 6 points on the night. It's going to be Shelby Kramer's 3rd personal foul. Into the game for Salem. Brooke Adams replacing Shelby Carr. Hatridge will step up into the game with her Salem Lady Tigers leading 52-46. Lady Tigers roaring ahead of Salem, getting it tied up, and then Salem going on a run here. Houston just can't make anything happen late in this 4th quarter.
They're on a 15-2 run right now.
Hatridge knocks down the first, misses the second. 53-46. Jaden Ramsey pulls down the rebound, brings it up for Houston. She skips past to Casper. Casper gets in the lane, up off the glass, no good. Sarah Kelly, she's going to get fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
Sarah Kelly's 5th offensive rebound for the game.
18 foul on Salem. Sarah Kelly steps up the free throw line with 18 points. Rare miss for Sarah Kelly as that ball rims out. Salem back with the ball. 2 minutes on the clock. Houston trails by 7. Big run here ending this 4th quarter. Great job there by Emily Shea as she reads that pass, steals it away. Down the other end, Ramsey, 3-pointer, no good. Abby Casper going to take a foul. This one going on number 13, Nash. It's going to send Abby Casper to the free throw line. Stops the clock, allows Abby Casper to shoot a 1-and-1. 19 foul on Salem. (53-46). Casper's free throw, no good. Sarah Kelly offensive board. Kelly off the glass. Thought that one was going to rim out. Coach Kell wants some pressure. Peyton Curley with the basketball in her hand. Houston's got to get back. Adams with it. Good job by Lady Tigers getting back there. Salem tried to charge ahead, catch Houston asleep. Nash over to Curley. Jaden Ramsey has to step out. Coach Kell not happy about Jaden Ramsey's decision to step out and foul Peyton Curley with 26 points on the night. Curley going to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. (53-48). Curley sets up for front end of the 1-and-1. Curley's shot, nothing but net.
She's 3 for 3 from the line. And
Salem stepping up and doing it here in the fourth quarter, and Houston all of a sudden has the jitters from the free throw line, really making a difference in this basketball game. Full timeout for Coach Kell and the Houston Lady Tigers as Peyton Curley steps up, knocks down the first free throw to give her 27 of the 54 Salem points. She's got one more free throw remaining as Houston Lady Tigers find themselves down by 6. 19 fouls for both teams. Houston with one timeout remaining. Salem with 2.
we have 4 points scored.
Only 4 points scored here in the fourth quarter by the Houston Lady Tigers. The 16-2 or 16-4 run here in the fourth quarter by Salem. Houston entered this fourth quarter up by 6. Houston just not able to get it done. Here in the fourth quarter, they still have 1:23 on the clock, trailing by 6 points. Peyton Curley, the back end of a 1-and-1 coming up. Curley knocks it down. 28 points for the junior. Salem, what a team they're going to be next year. They don't have a single senior on their roster. Curley tips this ball into the hands of Ramsey. Abby Casper for 3, knocks it down. Abby Casper gets the Lady Tigers back within 4. Now Curley trying to go coast to coast. She dishes it off to Powell. Salem all the way down to the other end. Curley dishes it off to Powell. Powell puts the basket in. Salem coach hollering at the board. They never started the clock. That whole sequence, another second time that's happened. (57-51), Salem Tigers on top. 1:03 on the clock. Abby Casper knocking down that 3, gives her 8 points on the night. Houston's got to come up with a way to score quick. They've got to get a lot of pressure on this basketball when Salem's bringing it up. They try to keep it out of the hands of Peyton Curley. She's hard to stop in the open court. Get in anybody else's hands and you have a chance to get a steal or a turnover. Peyton Curley about as good as it gets whenever it comes to a point guard bringing it up and just taking care of the basketball for your team. Abby Casper thought about the 3. She tries to go down low to Sarah Kelly. Lady Tigers turn the basketball over. Coach Kell screaming at his girls. He got to get up there and pressure. They just tried to fall back. And now Emily Shea runs over fouls Nash. Nash going to go to the free throw line with 2 points on the night. Lady Tigers trailing by 6. 44 seconds on the clock. Nash misses the front end. It's 2 free throws. It's the 10th team foul. Salem with 9 team fouls. They foul Houston. They'll send them to the line for 2. Nash's second is in. 7-point lead for Salem. Lady Tigers feeling this game starting to slide away. They're going to have to do something and fast. Shelby Kramer threw it up off the glass. Sarah Kelly offensive board. She gets fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
That was Sarah Kelly's 7th offensive rebound for the night.
Sarah Kelly knocks down the front. Both teams in the double bonus. 1 timeout remaining for both teams. 58-52. 35.5 seconds on the clock. 58-53. Houston trying to steal the ball away. Peyton Curley gets it in her hands. Abby Casper all over. Now Kramer steps up. Fouls Curley hard. Curley going to go to the free throw line. Peyton Curley's been very good from the free throw line.
She's 4 for 4 from the free throw line for the night.
5 for 5. All those coming here in the fourth quarter. Big time players step up when it counts the most, and she's got 28 points on the night. 10 of those coming here in the fourth quarter. Make it 11. Perfect from the free throw line. 11 points in this quarter. Peyton Curley. Kramer all the way to the basket, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Going to get called for traveling as she keeps on pivoting. (60-53), Salem Tigers on top. Outridge gets it in. Adams, they throw it over the middle. Houston had a great opportunity to steal that ball away. Connected with a lot of body. Cameron Pryor going to walk to the other end and shoot 2 free throws. 21 seconds on the clock. And Salem Lady Tigers are going to hold on to be 4-0 in the SCA. Coach Reardon from Salem hollering, don't foul, don't want to stop the clock and put Houston on the line. And that makes it an 8-point game with that free throw. Houston just not finding ways to score here in the fourth quarter. Abby Casper, she's going to get fouled as she goes coast to coast. Hatridge going to pick up her second personal foul. Casper knocks down her first. Coach Gell telling his girls, we've got to foul. We cannot waste any more time. 16.1 seconds on the clock. Casper knocks down the second. They don't get it quick. Now they got a foul. They got a foul. They got a foul. Now Sarah Kelly comes over. Coach Gell not happy with Jaden Ramsey. Decided to foul earlier, but it wasn't a pressure time on Peyton Curley. Now when he got a foul, Jaden never stepped up. Luckily the clock was a little slow starting. They think there was more than 1.8 seconds that ran off the clock, that should have ran off the clock, but that's all that ticked off the clock. Pryor knocks down her first, gives her 5 on the night. 62-55, Salem, now 63. Back to an 8-point game, 14.3 seconds. Salem sending in subs. Kayla Cook coming in the game for Emily Shea of Houston. Lady Tigers roll the ball out there on the floor. Abby Casper picks it up, takes off sprinting. Jaden Ramsey right through her hands and out of bounds. Not all about do it for the Houston Lady Tigers as Coach Kell just turns around and go takes a seat on the bench.
Salem's been 15 out of 19 on free throws in this fourth quarter.
Timeout, Coach Reardon. Going to be a full timeout. We're going to go a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with the remaining of this basketball game here inside Houston. You're watching the Houston Herald Live.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
You remember that, too. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
Salem Lady Tigers trailing coming into this fourth quarter, have just taken over the basketball game as they've scored 25 points here in the fourth quarter compared to Houston's 11. Lady Tigers electing not to foul, just going for a steal. There Shelby Kramer gets it, puts it in the basket as time expires, and that's the basketball game. 63-57, the Lady Tigers fall. Salem in the season is going to take 2 out of 3 from Houston, giving Houston 2 of its 5 losses. The Lady Tigers fall to 14-5 in a well-fought game against number 5 team in Class 4, Salem Lady Tigers. Salem improves to 16-3, and more importantly, 4-0 in the SCA. Houston Lady Tigers fall to 3-1. Lady Tigers not quite out of it yet. Salem with another huge matchup coming against Willow Springs in 2 weeks. That'll be a key game. If Willow Springs can find a way to knock off the Salem, it could be a 3-way tie for the conference. Willow Springs with 1 loss, that one coming from Houston. Now Houston with 1 loss coming from Salem. Salem and Willow Springs still yet to meet. Lady Tigers had all the momentum after that third quarter, but they couldn't keep it up in that fourth quarter, allowing Salem Lady Tigers cruise right past them and take the game. We have a little bit of a special ceremony coming up. It's going to be a tribute to retiring Coach Brent Kell, Houston's all-time winningest coach. Coach Kell announcing earlier this season this will be his last season on the sidelines after a long 30-year stint as the head coach of the Lady Tigers basketball team. The AD here at Houston, longtime PE coach, longtime golf coach, just a iconic figure in the school system here in Houston. Celebrating tonight are all of his former players, as many as they could make it. Had shirts made up with the year they graduate on the back. All of them gather out on the court, awaiting Coach Kell to come back out to honor their coach after all these years. Looks like they're going to play a little pickup game until he gets out here. We're warming up out there on the floor.
We could yell at several of them, couldn't we?
Well, we could critique here, see who's still got it.
Well, DeSurick missed a layup.
There's the camera woman's daughter. She just made her layup. Still looking good, Mom.
She's smiling.
It's about the biggest roster I've ever seen. Coach Kell didn't know after he came out of the locker room he's got another game to coach as all of his girls get warmed up out here on the floor.
Yes.
A lot of basketball players coming under the reins of Coach Kell through 30 years. Pretty surreal the amount of kids that pass through this gymnasium floor.
Well, he's an excellent basketball coach and just a better person. I mean, you can't find a better person than Brent Kell. And he's got a lovely wife that supports him very fine. I mean, everything. They're a team. And, you know, it's going to be a big void. Somebody will step in and be the coach, but they're not necessarily going to fill the shoes of Brent Kell.
Lady Tigers with that loss, falling 14-5 on still yet a pretty good season. 2 championships under their belt. Sitting in second place in the SCA, waiting some of these upcoming games, possibly just a hope and a prayer to somebody will knock off Salem and they can get back in that conference and really fight forward once again. But it's all on the shoulders of Salem. If they want it, they've got to go out and take it. Coach Kell walking back out of the locker room. I think he was hoping that he would be able to walk out with a big smile on his face after a big conference win. But, you know, it was a heartbreaking loss for Coach Kell. But he's going to walk out here and smile and enjoy his time with his girls anyways.
call it Wish You Well. So with that being said, do we have any thank you music? Just a little thank you music, please. Jason, can you help us out? Can you find us some thank you music? Thank you, random pole in Springfield fast food parking lot, for not being a car or person when Coach Kell asked us if there were any cars behind us on the way to basketball camp. The abrupt stop in need of a new bumper was worth our honesty that there were no cars or people that were back there.
Thank you, Coach Kell, for that dinosaur cell phone that always went off in practice. And we all got to do our little dance. Thank you, Clipboard Factory, for your endless supply to replace thrown clipboards. And thank you to the lines in the court for always being there to touch during our many days of conditioning. Thank you, arms, for crossing tightly to prevent his hands from strangling any of us. Thank you for your seemingly endless patience as we sang loudly and badly on those long bus rides. Thank you for the many nicknames you gave us over the years. I wasn't for sure if you didn't know my name wasn't Frank.
And thank you, Evil Stat Keeper, for keeping track of how many shots we missed in the paint.
Thank you, aerodynamically built loafer shoe, for your ability to fly across the locker room and avoid all the players as you kicked the ice bucket. And thank you for inventing an absolutely insane tip drill when we had about 6 drills on the team that involved bouncing the ball off the backboard to be caught by the gal behind you, and then running to the other end to be there in time to let that ball not touch the ground. It taught me that sometimes a coach will do things just for their own personal amusement purposes. Thank you, Evil Hill, for always being there for us in the off-season, preseason, and anytime we just needed it. I can still hear my legs screaming. Thank you, Glasses, for allowing Coach to always be able to see everything that we did on the court.
Thank you, Coach Kell, for having the patience of a saint and never giving up on me. Thank you for continuing to encourage and support us no matter how old we get.
Thank you, muscles, that I never knew existed, for making your presence known during the first week of practice. You made walking up the high school stairs a no pain, no gain reality. Thank you, PMS, hormones, breakups, puberty, and general high school girl drama, for always keeping it interesting for Coach. And thank you, hair, for only turning gray, but not falling out because of us. And one more. Thank you to the Kell family for sharing your husband and dad with all the teams throughout the years. Thank you, Expo Marker Company, for inventing a pen that never seems to run out. Thank you, Dry Erase Board, for taking a meeting when we didn't run the play like it was drawn up. Thank you, Coach, for teaching us to never give up, even though we all really knew that there was no way we were going to win.
Thank you, metal chairs, for giving Coach something to kick when we weren't getting the job done.
Thank you for making us shoot free throws after suicides just to keep it real. Thank you, Jim Hardwood Floors, for holding up the massive amount of stomps that Coach Kell has given you over the past 30 years. Thank you, Coach, for teaching us that it's not just about the numbers, it's about the quantity. And
seeing you here tonight, I've been able to make an impact on you, and I hope, that everything's better because of it. I know there's lots of lessons that you can learn in sports, and just you being here, it means an awful lot. And I just want to thank each of you. I'm sure this was my wife's idea. Was not? Okay. That surprised me. Patty and Heather. All right. Thank you guys. So we couldn't come out on top tonight, but you guys being here, it makes my evening a lot better. We lost a tough one, but I want to thank you all for taking your time, and I know several of you travel a long distance. So if you'll hang around for a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit, and say thank you personally. Thank you.
One last huddle. Tigers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, there you have Coach Kell being honored after all these years by former players and assistant coaches and everybody that's grown to know and love him through all the years. And what a fitting farewell to a great coach, the all-time winningest coach in Houston high school history. 30 years on the sideline, and he's still got a few more big games coming up, I do believe, Jim. Lady Tigers, their goals to begin this year were 20-plus wins. They wanted to win some championships. They wanted to win the SCA championship, and they wanted to win a district championship. Well, tonight, one of those goals may have slipped away. They've already got wins in championships with tournaments. They've got 2 of them, the Kabul, the Mansfield tournament. Like I said, the SCA might have just slipped away from them going to the Salem Tigers, but they've still got a big district championship. And if Coach Kell could pick an SCA or a district championship, I guarantee you he would quickly tell you that he would rather win that district and advance on in the state. So the Lady Tigers with a lot of work ahead of them. They've still got a great record, an excellent season, 14-5 on the season. A lot of games coming up that are very winnable. And it looks like we are going to have a little quick interview with Coach Kell and Jeff McNeil of the Houston Herald. So we'll stick right here. And we're going to go ahead and turn it over.
Awesome. Thank you. That's awesome.
Well, Coach, were you surprised when you walked out of the locker room after this game and saw all your former players? There was a lot of them that came out tonight to show you some love.
Yeah, I mean, I knew they were here. I wasn't sure what was going on. I kind of thought something might be. We didn't stay in the locker room real long, but yeah, it was a real surprise at the start of the game. I knew something was up, but I really don't know what to say. It's pretty overwhelming. The number of girls that came back, and I got memories of all of them.
What does it mean to know that you've had an impact in their lives such that they would take time to come back and honor you? I mean, I know you never make it about that, but now that you can reflect on that, what does it mean to have these girls here tonight? Or ladies, I guess. They're not all girls anymore.
Yeah, no, they're all mostly mamas now. It does mean a lot. It's that's what a coach tries to do. You want to win ball games, of course, but there's a bigger picture than that too, and you just hope that you can make an impact on the kids. We take a little bit of time, if not every practice, out of some practices, and talk a little bit about just life, and because that this is temporary, but after they're done playing, there's a whole lot more life out there, and you just hope that you can impart some knowledge or wisdom, that at some point when they're having difficulty in their life, they can look back and say, hey, we did this. I can make it through anything, and Coach told me this, and we can make it through. So, but it's special. It really is.
A lot of them shared a lot of funny stories. I want to hear the story about backing up and hitting something. What was that story about, and when was that?
We were coming back from Bolivar team camp in the summer, and the girls wanted to stop at the mall. So we stop at the mall, and we're going to eat lunch, but we go ahead and eat, and we come back out and get in the bus, and it was a mini bus, a little short bus.
Mm-hmm.
And I just look over my shoulder, and I said, guys, is there anything behind us or any cars behind us? And Amy Bowes, she said, no, there's no cars behind us. So I back up, and I'm not going real fast. It's just a bump, but I hit a pole, a light pole. And I whirl around. I mean, I'm ticked. And I said, I thought you said there was nothing behind us. She said, you said is there any cars? They knew I wasn't going to hit it very hard.
Right,
I put a little dent in the bumper, but it was a funny story. I couldn't say anything to that. I did. I said, is there any cars back there? No.
A coach's legacy is in the ball games, but I'm sure all the moments like those and all the memories of practices and locker rooms and trips and back and forth to games, I'm sure those are really the ones that leave a lasting memory with you, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's the memories that you make. It's like that story that I've got thousands of stories. The kids, we're going to write a book at one time of all my crazy sayings that I say because I can't remember names very well, and it's I've got a name for just about every kid that I can think of it real quick. But just the memories that you make is special. That's the special part. We've won some ball games, but the special thing is seeing these kids come back. And, they had other things they could have been doing tonight, but they took the time out to do that, and I appreciate that a great deal. That's means a lot.
Well, Coach, let's talk a little about this ball game tonight. Two undefeated teams in the SCA, both 3-0, and kind of knew tonight was going to give someone the edge in what would be the conference crown, and Salem sneaks out of here with a 63-55 victory. Just your thoughts on tonight's ball game and how that played out.
Well, it was pretty emotional. I didn't feel like we played great tonight, and they've got a lot to do with it. That Curly, she's a load. I mean, and then Bailey, when she's in there, she's hard to stop. But Curly is just a special player. She knows when to turn it on, and she finds the open man if they're covered. And we just had a hard time doing anything with her. We weren't prepared to play a box and one, and that's what we really needed to do. But we hadn't had a lot of time to practice or anything since Saturday night. They had 3 practices under their belt since they last played, preparing for us. That's not an excuse. That's just reality, and we knew that. But then when you need to go to something special and you haven't practiced it in a long time, you're afraid to. And we really needed to go play a box on her, and I just didn't feel comfortable. And Coach Jordan and I talked about it, and we said we'd probably give up easy ones inside. So, when we went up 6 there in the second half, I really thought that we're going to go on. But boy, they hit a couple big shots and right back in it, and then we have a couple turnovers. We just couldn't stretch that lead out. Get up 4-6, and then they come right back. So credit to them. They're a very good basketball team, well coached, and some very good players on that team.
Girls' reaction in the locker room, I could tell going off the court that they were pretty disappointed.
They were. And we really wanted this. Felt whoever won this game tonight was in the driver's seat of the SCA, and they really wanted this year to be that special year, and to put a crown up there. And it's not over by any means. I mean, we've got 3 games left, and they've got 3 games left, and they still have to play Willow Springs. It's at Salem, but everybody can beat everybody. I mean, on a given night, you just never know what's going to happen. So we haven't given up, but we're behind the 8 ball now.
Right. Did it take away any sting to come out here and celebrate with your former players?
It
walk
did.
out of that locker room.
It did. I mean, I was really upset. And the kids were, in tears in the locker room, and it was a pretty emotional game. Huge crowd, and and they really supported us well. We just couldn't get over that hump. We just couldn't get that lead and just couldn't go on. And it did take some sting out of the loss, but still, it's all about those kids. This team this year, I appreciate these guys coming out. I really do. And I'm going to go visit with them a little bit, the ones that stuck around for a little bit, and just thank them. But I really don't know what to say. It's just an emotional night, and I appreciate my players. They gave it all. They're all. We came up short. Shots didn't fall when they needed to. We didn't make our free throws tonight down the stretch. That hurt. Not getting some key rebounds, and just not getting Curly, contained. You're not going to stop her, but you can contain her, and we didn't do that tonight.
Well, Coach, I know you got a lot of people that love to talk to you, so we're going to end it tonight. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your night with your former players, and it's quite a celebration. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Well, that's going to do it here from Hyatt Gymnasium. Special night for Coach Brent Kell here as he's recognized by his former players, and we certainly celebrate with them all that Coach Kell has accomplished in his career here at Houston. On behalf of my father, Jim McNeil, and Coach Ryan Munson, as well as Cindy Silman on the camera, this is Jeff McNeil. Appreciate you watching. Thank you to all our sponsors, and we'll see you tomorrow night as the boys are here at home.